When an emergency strikes, it takes an act of bravery to step in and possibly save another person's life. And tonight, 2 people were recognized for doing just that. Back in January, a man suffered cardiac arrest at Looks Market in Sioux Falls, and several individuals sprung into action to help the man, ultimately saving his life. At the Sioux Falls American Legion post-15 monthly birthday celebration tonight, 2 of the people who have been identified were honored.
One of the staff at Looks Market asked us if everything was okay, and we looked over and like, yeah, why? And then they said, well, this gentleman's laying down, and nobody heard Ron go to the ground. So immediately after I saw Ron on the ground, I immediately ran over and just assessed him, checked for breathing and pulse, and noticed he didn't have either of them, and immediately started CPR.
The Legion is asking for the community's help in locating 2 more individuals, a female nurse and a retired firefighter, so they can also be recognized. They asked if you've had someone tell you the story that they've helped save a life on January 17th of this year at Looks, to call the American Legion office at that number on your screen, 605-336-3470.